Let's come up with a plan. Let's all work together. Make it so you're one of the 19 homes, so all I have to do is focus on number 20. Don't be that guy. This is the spacing in the springs, and this is Lucky Guy's house, because it got in here a little bit. And just standing there, needles, it's just like, wow, you were just lucky. He's just straight up lucky he didn't burn down. And again, when he gets going, he passes it on to his brother. That's what scares us up here is the house isn't going to pass it on to another house. Your house on fire is going to pass it to the trees that you didn't limb. It's going to get the fire airborne, and it's going to go hit the next house. Get that house going. It's going to lift back up in the air and go hit the trees and hit the next house. That's what we're going to have up here. Where are we at? You have got to be kidding me. All right, we got these guys here, this guy here. Okay, all these little pine trees here. You know, the shorter ones aren't making it. Take them out. If you got 3 pine trees in close proximity to each other, not with the 10 feet, look at them. The 3 are not the same size in diameter. One is winning and the other 2 are losing. Help the other 2 guys out and just take them out and turn them into firewood. You're really doing the tree a favor. Scrub oak is just a water straw. It takes all the water from everything else in your yard. If you can get rid of it, get rid of it. If you want to keep it, talk to the Woodmoor foresters, come up with some pockets and islands and keep them. It works just fine. Mount Shadows. So, which car was built in the 70s? And which is modern? So he took a hit, and I bet you he didn't have full coverage. So, you know, maybe some old shibe, and it'll probably be pretty good because it's steel. Windows didn't break. The other guys are just done. Do I have to say it? Where are we at? Thank you for the scrub oak. I don't have enough time to cut down that scrub oak. And when it's a full load like that, where do you want me to move that? I don't have a little chipper truck running around with me while I'm on the fire truck trying to mitigate the 20 homes I have to protect to keep the fire out of here. Help us out. Woodmoor, this is what we talk about canopy spacing. Hey, great limbing. Oh, okay, you can't get up there. Well, eventually you just got to drop a tree or 2. If you're not a chainsaw guy like me, I don't cut trees down because I don't know where they're going. But we have some good firefighters that know where that is. And there's some good companies up here that are actually ex-firemen that do this stuff. And they can drop a tree pretty good. Otherwise, your house is going to look like this. Here's your stove out of the kitchen. So that was up here in the first floor. Here's your washer and dryer, most likely in the basement. And the way it's set up here is probably in an interior room, not over by a wall. And then whatever other things. You know, here's some lawn furniture chair right here. And there's 50 of those right there where I'm standing. Got the LPG out of the way. There's your grill. This kitchen stove fell out of the house instead of into the basement. You know, here's your lawn furniture. But again, look at the spacing. House, house, over here a house. There's 4 to 5 of these on a cul-de-sac. We have 4 to 5 homes on a cul-de-sac in Woodmoor. But again, we got the fuel. You can't even see your neighbor, except at night when everybody's got their lights on. Help us out. Where are we at? I'm protecting 19 homes. I don't have time to move your firewood. That is just not a good place for your firewood. And I only got 3 guys. I can't move that fast enough. Your house is gone. I don't have the time. I don't have the resources. I don't have the crew. Again, another roof hit. Again, they can probably recover the photos. The safe might have made it. One of our firefighters had a client up there. He mowed her lawn. He went up to help her sift through her stuff. The safe didn't make it. It's got a 2.5, 3 hour rating. Nobody's putting water on it, so that thing's burning for 12 hours. They got the safe out. it was just cooked. Everything inside was fried, paper-wise. Your windows. This is the heat from another house. It's cracking it up a little bit. You can't see it here. There's one of those retractable awnings. It burned off and self-retracted. So that helped. But here, and again too, I have steel screens in my home. You got to go find them because they just make it out of nylon now. It's cheaper. Yeah, but that ember is going to melt that thing so quick, and then eventually you're getting embers dropping right in that windowsill, and now we're off to the races for a fire. Those are the things I can handle if it's 19 homes. I can see that puff of smoke starting to hit. We can go over there and take care of that. But if I'm too busy working on number 20, I'm going to miss the other 19. So number 20 is almost a write-off. I need to work on the other 19. And believe me, I just got back from Nebraska last week. We had spot fires everywhere. It was just crazy. Who knew Nebraska had trees? But the trees they have, how many of you guys got junipers in your yard? These junipers are 50, 60 feet tall. It's like, oh, that's what they do. And it's just a big firebomb going off. So please watch your fuels. This is at a house up there. This child wrote a bye to his pet. Pet didn't make it out of the house, so he's got it, it's a little, 12 by 12 on the sidewalk outside his burned down home. Just saying, I don't even know what type of pet it was. Here's our cul-de-sac, South Woodmoor. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. The super duper shake house is over here that I showed earlier, the blue one. I can't even see the houses here. I got 19 homes I got to protect. I need to have a visual as best I can. I can't even see it from the road. So how do I know if you got that puff of smoke and that little ember that just landed on your roof? And I can go up there and get it. Now I'm not saying clear cut your yard. This is America. It's your property. Do with it what you will. But give us a chance to help save your house. This is Cascade. Fire came up through the scrub oak, just died. Fortunately, we had an air tanker on Saturday, Sunday, and he bombed this. Slurry doesn't put out a fire. It cuts down on the spot fires to give us a chance to get in there and stomp it out. This is Cascade. This is a new road even up there. Fire came through, got into the scrub oak. You can see the grass or the leaves are still on there. Fire stayed low. Trees up here are fried. Fire went high. Fire's low here, comes through, didn't even burn the grass. It just stopped. Stopped at the road. We'll look at Woodmoor roads here in a minute. Again, fire came through. This is all cooked out. This is all burned out. Fire was not airborne here. In the scrub oak, came up, didn't even come down that hill. Spotted over the road, it did, but we already had a line over here too and some slurry. We let it burn around in there for a little bit and then we went in and put it out. Great road. Now we go to Woodmoor. Yes, I understand this is riparian and these are willows. Augusta. Take a look at Augusta. There's some fuel loads in there. What is Augusta Road? It's a drainage. The whole darn road is a drainage. All the way out to Dirty Woman Creek, across the highway, over to Dirty Woman Park. Augusta Road is a drainage. We talked about the 10-foot spacing a little bit. 10 feet. Please, just give us 10 feet. We can try to figure it out from there. Give us the limbs so the fire can't get in that tree and climb up. This is what you're looking at for your canopy. That's good separation. Now, on the off chance we have a fire at 65 mile an hour winds, okay, all bets are off on this one. But if it's at 30 miles an hour, we can do something with that. Because if it's the only tree I got torching out there, I can put some water on it with my hose. We really don't fight wildland fires with water. You use the fire against itself is what we do. Fight fire with fire. Nebraska was putting the fires out with fire. I believe this next one is going to be crowning and torching. And obviously this is Nebraska, but the trees look pretty close to home here. And there's just no way you're going to put this out. What do you want me to do? That is the fire getting airborne. The tree spacing, there's not even 10 feet there. There's 4 feet between all this stuff. And it is just rip-roaring through there. And this is just one little stand, let alone Woodmoor, running up something, running up that drainage of acres and acres of it. We had a lot of support, fortunately. Just for a caveat, believe me, I can tell you, you will not have a helicopter the first day of the fire in Woodmoor. It takes a little while to get that thing going, and somebody's got to pay for it. We get 2 bucket drops the government picks up. After that, whoever called for it pays for it. They'll figure it out in the end, but they're not cheap. So let's go to Woodmoor. All right. Okay, I can't see too many houses. All I see is a lot of green, fuel. Let's go back one. Colorado Springs fuel, homes, boxes of wood. Woodmoor fuel, trees, sticks of trees with some boxes of wood thrown in there. 2,600 of them to be exact. The maps are in the back. We're kind of winding this down. They're in the back of what this stuff is. And where do you live and where do you line up? You know, the wetlands grass, grasslands, Gamble oak, your scrub oak. Just terrible stuff, the scrub oak. And just within, if you would please look in the back on your way out and please talk to the WIA people if you haven't yet about these maps. Your hazards, you guys got red, yellow, green, purple. If you look at the county map, it's just red. Kept it pretty simple. And that's how we, the fire department, look at it too. It's either red or green, yes or no. And the same thing too when I have to sum up your house to protect it. Here's how fast it is. Don't even put it in park. Yeah, maybe, no. Next. That's how fast I have to do it because I got to do 20 right off the bat. Then I need to go back through and hit the maybes. Then I need to go back through and hit the nots or the no's. Maybe I can hit the no if I'm not too busy working on the maybes. 20 of them. Please pick where you live.
So basically, before we lose too many people, I just wanted to express my thanks to Fire Marshal John Vincent. To the Tri-Lakes Monument Fire Department and all the other firefighter crews that keep us safe here in Woodmoor.
Okay.